Hello, 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 hello. I'm not in pajamas. I'm not. I am dressed and I'm excited because I have Project 6 to show you. So, welcome to Stampin' Shine with Julie Salva. I am Julie Salva and I'm so glad that you've popped in, you're watching on replay, you're catching this on YouTube, whatever. So, let me recap. Let me show you the 5 projects we've done. Remember, you can always find the videos both here in the Stampin' Shine Facebook group or on YouTube. So, this is project number 1. A great gift card or embellishment holder, super cute. Project number 2, we went pink with the little box and the cute insert. Project number 3, still totally love, post-it note holder or candy, whatever you want it to be. Project number 4 was the cute door hanger with, for me, hot chocolate and a cute spoon. And it did have, the chocolate in it. It started with 2. When I did it and showed you it had 1, it has none. It has none now. Hello, Trisha. Project number 5 from yesterday was this super cute box. And it has a tag and a ribbon, but I took that off because Matt Salva, my son, has been doing some elf shopping for me. So I'll be having a gift going in there. And today, project number 6 is a card, but not just any card. It is a fantastic card. You guys are going to love it. Take a look at that. How cute is that? Hi, Allison. How cute is that? So I showed it to Mark. I'm holding it up to show you a little bit better. And you know what he said? First thing he said, Shiplap. And that's exactly it. It is a Shiplap, super cute, very simple, but very elegant card. And I will tell you that when I first saw this card, I was like, Rhonda, who designed it, has lost her mind. There is a lot happening here. But as I made it, I'm like, this is gorgeous. And so then I started thinking, who am I going to gift this to? Because this could be somebody special. And then I started thinking, I'm going to put it in a frame. And it's going to be home decor, I think. So let me show you how to make it. Lots and lots of little details. I'm going to tell you right up front, most of the things that you see us do are quick, easy, cute. This takes a little time, not super hard, and gorgeous. So a little bit different, but you guys can do it. I know you can, because I did. Remember, this is the motto. If Julie Salva can do it, I can do it. So let me adjust the camera for you, put it down to my workstation, and we're going to get started. So let me scoot a couple things out of the way for y'all so that you can see better. Okay. All right. So here's what you need. I'm going to keep my trimmer. No, those aren't spots on your... I need to clean that. That's unappealing. Those aren't spots on your screen. Those are glue spots on my trimmer. So this is what you're going to need to have. You will need to have a piece of thick white cardstock. You'll cut it to 4 1/4 by 11. You'll fold it in half. Remember, I recommend with thick cardstock, you score it. So you'd score it at 5 1/2. Fold it, burnish it. This is your card base, okay? You're also going to need to have a piece of thick white cardstock. This is going to be cut down to 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. It is important that these, particularly this, but that these are thick. Okay, so the thick white cardstock. Then we have our basic white cardstock. This is just cut down to 5 1/4 by 4. Okay, 5 1/4 by 4. And then, now this is where you're going to take a deep breath, okay? You know all those little 1/2 scraps that you have? All those little 1/2 scraps? You're going to cut 4 inches by 1/2 inch. You want 13 of them. Breathe, breathe. 13 of these, okay? So 4, hi Jennifer, 4 by 1/2 inch. 13 of them. These are 3, but you'll want 13. Don't worry, you don't have to watch me do all that, okay? So that's where we're going to start. Let's start with the white, okay? I know, Julie, the 12 days of Christmas, right? So that's what we're doing. It is a busy time for me right now. That is true. But my goodness, you guys are seeing lots of really cute projects that you can make too. Okay, so let's get going. So the first thing that I'm going to do is show you how to make the shiplap design. So you're going to take that piece of basic white. Move this for right now. It'll come back in just a minute. You're going to take that piece of basic white. Now, you guys, listen. You've heard me say it time and time again, but I'm saying it again. If you have ever needed a silicone mat, this project is one, because you're doing a lot of adhesive, and you're going to get little bits and pieces of it on whatever your work surface is, okay? So, silicone mat. That's this. 4 by 5 1/4 basic white, and then you're going to take these strips, you're going to put some adhesive on them, and you're going to start adhering them to that piece of basic white, but you're going to work from the bottom, okay? So you want to start working from the bottom up, and you're just going to put this right on top, lay it flush, the whole thing, you're just putting it right on top, okay? Easy, right? Then you're going to take a second one, and the same exact thing, adhesive. You're going to put it a little bit over. Now, you know that I am nothing if not precise with measurements. So what I am telling you is a little bit over. A little bit, I mean, y'all, it's like, I don't even know, a 16th maybe? I mean, it's just a tad. In the South, we would call it a tad. So just a tad over. Okay, and you're going to do this, bring it up here so you can see it. You're going to do this all the way up this piece. That's why you need 13 of these. And again, if you're just coming on, these are 4 inches by 1/2 inch. Okay, so I'm going into my magic pile of clutter in case you're like, I got to watch her do all of those. No, you don't. Magic pile of clutter has pulled out one that is already finished. Okay. So you can see, it's just I started here, then it overlapped over. You really can't, well, maybe a little bit you can see, okay? So overlap, 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 overlap. So this is going to give you that shiplap look, all right? And this is the base. So this is not hard, it's just a little bit cumbersome, but I know we have lots of 1/2 inch strips laying around. So that's what this piece is. So I'm going to set it aside right now. I'm going to show you the next bit. All right, so again, we've had a piece of 4 by 5 1/4. We have cut 13 of these strips that are 4 by 1/2 inch, and then we've adhered them to this base piece, just overlapping just a tad every time. Okay, this has created the shiplap look. And again, silicone mat, telling you. Okay. All right, so the next thing we're going to do, now this is a little tricky, but not hard. Okay, a little tricky, but not hard. The piece of cardstock that is, let me make sure I say it right for you, 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, thick white, okay? What you're going to do is you're going to cut borders on this 1/2 inch all the way through. So at the end of this, what we're going to have is this piece here is going to hopefully plop out. Now, you can use a ruler to make your marks if you need to, but what I found as I was doing this is that this area, now this is on the Stampin' Up! Trimmer. If you don't have the Stampin' Up! Trimmer, yours may have a little bit of a shortcut. I think the Stampin' Up! Trimmer is great because it comes with a scoring blade too. But like I said, you can always use a ruler to measure it, okay, and put a little mark. This from here to here is 1/2 inch, okay? Over here, we have these measurements so I can measure. I know that this is 1/2 inch. So when I put this piece of paper right up here, I'm going to line it up at 1/2 inch. All right. Now listen to me here, okay? I'm going to scoot this down just a tad so you guys can see that part a little bit better. So I know this is 1/2 inch for the top. This is 1/2 inch for here. But how am I going to know where to stop cutting, right? How am I going to know where to stop cutting? So let me pull this up, make sure you guys can see. Now I've told y'all this before. Do you see these little indentations on our trimmer? Same indentations are on our score right there. And when you put this arm down, there are measurements here as well. So what I know, and I'm going to bring it up so you guys can see it really well. I know that because this is 1/2 inch, because I've lined it up to 1/2 inch, I can take my trimmer, line that little line right there, and I can stop cutting right here at the 5 inch mark because that's 1/2 inch too. Okay, so if you're trying this at home, and I know those of you that pre-purchased the Craft-A-Long kit are, you can see I'm pulling this down a little bit, lined it up, and I'm going to slide it down. to where my indentation meets the 5-inch mark. That's going to give me my first cut. I'm going to turn, same rule applies. The only difference is that this time I'm going to stop cutting at 3 3/4 because this length is 4 1/2 or 4 1/4. So if I want to stop at 1/2 inch, that's going to stop me at 3 3/4. So let's give it another try here. Okay. So again, and I'm watching this little mark right here to when I get to, that's 3 1/2, 3 3/4. All right. Now I'm going to turn it again. Now it's becoming much easier because now I already have a cut line that I can line up with if I want to. Going down to 5, and then this is going to be the easiest one of all. And again, I'm lining it up at this 1/2 inch right here, okay? I lost some viewers on the cutting. But I'm telling you, this is the hardest part of this, okay? If you can do this part, you got this thing. And it's such a wow. So now this just pops out. Now I'm going to take my scissors here, and I might have to I'm going to move that. And I'll pull my screen up again. Yay, Wanda, I'm so glad that you're here. Y'all, Wanda is on my team, and just as a little side note to brag about her, she is the top seller on my team. She's been a demonstrator. Gosh, I've been going on now 22, 23 years. Wanda's been around. Wanda, you're probably coming up on your 20th. I don't know if you've already hit that. I need to double check that. So there we go. So I might need to just take my snips and just snip that little corner out, but that is not a big deal, okay? So basically what I've created is a frame, that's all. And the frame is pretty key to this project. It really adds. So come on, and another little snip there, okay? Good. All right, so I've got my frame. So I'm pretty pleased, actually. I did a pretty good job on that. So there you go. You have hit 20. That's great. I love it. Kindest person in the world, too. Very nice lady. Okay, so I'm going to go take my shiplap here, and I'm going to apply this frame right over it. So see how that looks? Kind of like a window shutter. Before I do that, though, I want to take a little piece of the gold twine and cut it. It's going to look like, and you'll see in my sample, see, this is the piece I'm cutting here. I'm just going to adhere it on the back, and it's going to hold the wreath. It's just the wreath hanger. So I want to do that, though, before I adhere. So what I'll do is just put a bit of adhesive right there. Do you love the measurements, the tads? Tads they're a legitimate measurement. And since I have that there, and I'm going to go on and adhere this to the card base. That's just going to hold it a little sturdier. At this point, guys, hard part's done, okay? So I want you to sit back, take a breath, grab a Coke, whatever. Put your music on. You have done anything that would require you to concentrate. That part is done. Well, almost. It pretty much is. So you can use foam adhesive strips if you want to adhere this down, because you want it to be popped up, elevated a little bit. But I'm going to go on and use dimensionals, because in the event that you don't have foam adhesive strips, you're going to want some dimensionals, right? So I'm going to go on and put those on here. You can see that the foam adhesive strips would be a little bit more time efficient. So you may want to order some of those when you order your silicone mat, because why? Julie said I need it. That is correct. I'll get these right here, and then I'll just pull the backing off. Not a big deal. Okay, so you can see a few little steps here, but nothing to freak out about. You know, I've told you before, there's no freaking out and stamping. And then I'm just going to hold that a little bit down, line up the corner here. I do want it to be lined up pretty even. That's an important aspect of this. So be real careful with those dimensionals. Don't let them grab hold like they want to do right now. Come on, dimensionals, this is not your time. Okay. In fact, I could start with that middle one, and that will hold that down. Okay, so this is again not hard. Just you want to be careful. You want to get a little bit of precision with it. There we go. All right, there we go. That's awesome. That's good, really good, Julie. Thank you. Julie. So we've got that. Now it's time for the fun part. Okay, let's do the fun part. So with this is what you're going to need. Okay, now we are using the garland dies that come with the Christmas Friends. We have used these dies so many times, and I really think that you guys, if you don't have it, this is a great set. So I've used both of the dies. I'll go on and show you. The wider one here and the narrower one there. Using Garden Green, I've cut out 4 of each. I've already done that. You're like, okay, well, that's not that hard, Julie. But here's my question for you. How are you going to arrange them in such a perfect circle? I'm going to show you a little trick. Take a scrap of Garden Green. And again, I'm using Garden Green because that's going to be the color of my wreath. Punch out a circle. Save that. You'll use it for later. Not on this card, but for something. And then, that's the 2-inch circle punch, by the way. Take a secondary circle punch that's a little bit bigger. I chose the 2 3/4 circle punch. If you don't have a circle punch and you have circle dies, the same principle works. I'm just going to even it up and punch. And look what this gives me now. This gives me kind of a base. Hey, Pam from Ioka, Mississippi. A little base that I can use to put my garland on. Okay? So, sitting down, getting my silicone mat back. And for this, hold your breath. I'm using green glue. So I'm going to start by putting the larger garlands, the wider garlands around. Now, with my green glue, I'm just putting dabs, okay? Now, I've already told you the measurement of a tad. With the Shiplap, I am now showing you the measurement of a dab with the green glue. And I'm going to start and I'm going to put them, it really, for lack of a better phrase, I'm going to say 12 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 6 o'clock, and 9 o'clock, okay? So this will take just a minute. And this you do have to watch because I wanted you to see how I did it. Oh, I hear a helicopter. I always get nervous around here when I hear helicopters because we have a trauma center that's affiliated with Vanderbilt near my home. And it could be life flight. And so every time I hear a helicopter, I always just say a little prayer for... We also have an airport. I mean, a small little Lebanon airport, so it could be that. But I do say a little prayer for whoever. Hopefully it's not a life flight. Okay, so there's the third one. And now I'll do the fourth one. Now remember, these are the wide, okay? These are the wide garlands. And if you don't like that shiplap look, which I'm telling you it's gorgeous, you can still learn how to do this wreath. It's so cute. Now, guys, here's the thing. If you're watching these, I would challenge you to make a project at least once because honestly, I was dreading this one. I'm like, that is just so detailed. But now that I've done it, I'm like, oh, I don't know. I might even make a couple more. So I'm going on to my narrow ones now. Now, I would not mass produce those. Those are not going to be my Christmas cards for God and everybody. Well, they would be for God maybe because, you know, he's God. But, okay. And now what I'm doing is I'm adhering these narrow ones at, say, like 1:30, 4:30, 7:30, and 10:30. So I'm just kind of different angles. So whereas I did the big ones at 12, 3, 6, and 9, I'm just kind of going in between for these. And what it does magically is it kind of makes it look like a circle. So go figure. And a little bit here. Look at me. I'm doing pretty good with the green glue. I'm going to tell you. See what happens. You just get arrogant, Salva. Okay. It's looking really good, though. And then there. And that's going to go right there. Now, here's the thing you may or may not know about this green glue is it gives you a minute or so before it dries. It's kind of designed to be tacky. And so that's going to give you, thanks, Wanda, that's going to give you a chance to maneuver a little bit. So you've got that wreath, okay? Now, the wreath is going to go on with, I'm pretty sure I did Stampin' Dimensionals here. Let me see. I did, but I did the small ones. Okay. So let me go on and get some of those. on there. But I can go on and adhere my wreath now to the shiplap. We're almost done, so that's exciting. Come on, come on. Okay. So that it's going to go right here. Now I need to, this cord again, honestly, this cord is the only thing that is a little bit of an issue for me because I need to keep it tight, but I don't want to really adhere it like that. Okay. So I'm going to put that one dimensional there. Well, that dimensional came off. You know what? But see, this is real life Stampin' here, guys. All right, something happens, you're like, okay, how am I going to fix that? I know that that's how it is at home, right? So that's why I like coming live, because if I mess something up and I'm making a video, I can kind of edit it out. Although the amount of things that I have edited in my video world have been like 3, because I'm kind of lazy on it. And I don't really know how to edit, and I don't really want to learn. So, okay, so I got this. I want to cut that little end off there. Okay, and if you find that a little bit of the hanging thing is sticking down, just take your scissors and kind of push it back up. There you go. Perfect. So I'm going to take a double piece of linen thread now, and I'm going to tie a bow. Oh, man, we are in the home stretch right now. So, I don't fight with ribbon. I'm cutting a long piece. It is adorable. I knew if Pam Vanderburg was in Iuka, Mississippi. I knew Kathy Jones was in Mississippi with her. So, y'all, these are 2 sisters that stamp with me. I have one in-person club, and Kathy and Pam have been stamping with me for years. Most of my events now are online. But I have to do a club for Kathy and Pam and a couple of the other ladies, and they're just a treasure, a treasure. If you ever want some people to make you laugh and just to have fun with, Pam and Kathy are 2 of them. Okay, so now I'm finagling. So we've learned a tad, a dab, and a finagle. These are all words that I'm telling you need to know if you ever come to the South, if you don't already live here. You just walk up to people and say, I would like a tad of that, a dab of that, and if you could finagle that bag to look like this, that'd be great. And people will know exactly what you're talking about. Okay, so I've got a glue dot. That's going to go right there at the end of my glue dot's acting a little contrary. There we go. Oh my goodness, y'all. And I'm going to trim it down. Okay. Look at that. That's so cute. And these ends here frayed, and I still love them. Still love it. So now I've got a little bit more. Remember we told you that the, if you got the mega kit, that you got these embellishments. So, and they come already together. Now, here's the thing, okay? They're sold out, or at least they were last time I looked. But if you want to duplicate this, it's not hard. You can use your blends and color in any solid color. Really, they don't even have to be solid color. Any gems. And by using Stampin' Blends, you'll see that they'll turn that color. So you can do that and put them on here. And you could group them very easily in groups of 3. Okay, so here's our, oh my word, just the cutest, okay? And then the very, very, very last thing, and then we're done. So you want to put your sentiment, okay? So I've cut a 1/2 inch by 3, and I'm actually using Merry Christmas from Greetings of the Season, and I'm using the Merry and the Christmas, and so our challenge will be, can I line it up straight? And if I can't, then I don't, but we have the sample to look at, so it's not a big deal. All right, here's my red ink pad over here. Okay, so I'll go with Mary first. Okay, Mary. Good, that's good. And the first one's always easy because you don't have to line it up with anything. And then Christmas right here. Okay, pretty good. Not perfect, but good enough. Good enough. And I'm going to put this on my wreath. using dimensionals. And it's going to go right across the top of my wreath like that. Oh, you guys, this is just the cutest. And ta-da! We're done. We're done. No, you're not going to hug me. I'm not a hugger. What do you guys think? I mean, the cutest card, right? And a lot of detail to it, but worth it. Worth it. So, let me turn the camera back here to me. And hello. These are my close-up glasses here. So, if you put a comment or a question, I'll go back and look and I'll answer it. But a couple things that I do want to tell you, okay? So I just sent out an email last night with I think 2 days ago, I sent the tutorial for the 12 weeks of Christmas that I do with the Great American Stampin Show friends. I sent that out. That's tutorial for week 9. So if you're not on my email list, that you want to be, okay? So I have in the pinned, the featured section here on Facebook, a place that you can join my email list. If you're watching on YouTube, I have it in the description there. And the other thing is I've also sent out a special kind of like give yourself a present. I'm doing mystery boxes for the next week. So if you place the $50 order is the lowest, and the higher the order goes, the more freebies you get. But if you do a $50 order, you're going to get $35 in product mailed to you. I'll cover the shipping on that. So what's it going to be? You don't know. It's a mystery, hence the mystery box thing. Plus, with a $50 order, you can get the 32-page tutorial for all of these projects that we're doing included as well. So that's kind of a double dip. Or you can just purchase the tutorial if you want it for $25. So I say that every time, but some people might want it. But I always try really hard to spend time on the measurements, because if you just have a notepad and a pencil while we do the videos, you can get them all down. So again, this is the project. One final thing, on Thursday, we did the Great American Stampin Show every Thursday at 6 o'clock. We have that competition on YouTube for stampers, and we use a sketch, the same sketch, and we just make our cards, and then you guys vote by watching the 4 videos and putting a thumbs up by whose project you liked the best. I will show you my project. Maybe I will not show you no, I can. I have it. This is my project, and if you like it and you want to learn how to do it, go over to YouTube and take a chance on it. So this was the front of it. It's just following the sketch on page 22 in the Stampin' Up! Idea book. You're like, it's okay, Julie. But hold on, there's always a surprise. I teach how to do this stair-step tutorial. So very easy and so cute. So so go on over to YouTube and take a look at that. My channel is called Stamp and Shine with Julie Salva. I'm nothing if not creative. So that's what I've got. I've told you the mystery boxes. I have told you this was project 6. We've got 6 more to go. And tomorrow's will be a video, okay? It'll be a recorded video because I've got church and all the things, and I try to really rest on Sundays. I'm not perfect at it, but I try. So it will be a video, but it's super cute. And I'm gonna tell you this, it scared me. I wasn't sure I could do this, but I did. So anyway, that's what we've got. And I hope that you guys have an amazing rest of your day. Wanda, thank you. I'm so glad that you got to join the live. I think your ladies in McMinnville would love this. And I will see y'all via video tomorrow, okay? See you soon. Bye-bye.